What's up, everybody? Christian back at it again. Today we're in Long Beach. Last time you checked in with me, I was probably in Brooklyn talking about short sales, foreclosures, and bank-owned properties. Difficult market. Check that video out. Well, today we're going to focus in Long Beach, and I have a special friend. If you don't know Leah Tozer from her work from Angle & Volker's Realty in the local area, you probably saw her on HGTV. She's a premier agent with them, and I want to introduce you to her and talk about the market and how to get from TV to the real world. Let's go say hello. Come on.
Hello.
What's going on? How you doing?
How you doing?
You were expecting me?
Of course, we're making a video.
Yeah, that's right.
So what's up?
Awesome. I'm ready. I want to show some of these people all about Long Beach. I want to talk about your work on HGTV and how we can get that TV experience to become the in-home experience, right? So let's take off.
Let's do it.
All right, awesome. So I've been really excited about all the stuff you're doing on HGTV, right? It's really impressive. You have a great fellowship and you have really great clients and great customers. Matter of fact, everyone on HGTV seems like the perfect client. Seems very
Well, of course.
very made for TV. It seems sort of too perfect.
You know what it is? Well, that's a very small subset of all of the clients that we work with.
Okay.
And, people aren't really seeing, everything that goes into making something go that smooth.
Right.
Because that's not very glamorous.
Sure.
That's like the real part of it.
Well, then how does someone become that? How does someone turn into that kind of that buyer that it's just made so easy and the process seems, almost really simple for them? When I deal with my clients, it's not so simple. I mean, the work of getting a house is hard work, right? It takes a lot of preparation.
It also takes a lot of looking at a lot of properties, but before you even do that, you really want to know, what can I afford?
Yeah.
What are the costs involved? What do I have to do to get myself into a place that I can actually go out and start looking at properties and actually going forward to putting an offer in?
Yeah.
And then going through the entire process.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that we're seeing on your show is sort of like really beautiful homes, seem to be well-to-do people or very, very much well-prepared. But what about those who aren't? Is there a marketplace for them? Is there
Oh my God, yeah.
opportunity for those people as well?
There's always an opportunity for everyone. It just depends on, what your price points are, what your ability to afford, where you want to be. I mean, there's just so much that goes into it.
Yeah.
But there's something for everybody. Whether it's a condo, a co-op, a starter house, a big house, being on the water, wherever you want to be, there's something for everybody.
And there's all those different types of properties available in Long Beach?
In Long Beach, there's everything here.
Really? Oh, so I would love to check out some of these areas, right? Especially some of the first time, home buyer stuff, some of the smaller homes and things. Is there an area in town that you can show us?
I have a place.
Do you?
You ready?
Let's go.
You want to see it?
Yeah. Wow.
We're here.
That was quick.
You like that, right?
How'd we get here?
My magic pashmina.
The Magic Pashmina ride. That's
The
nice.
magic pashmina ride. That's how we get around town, dude.
And we somehow landed in the most romantic place in Long Beach. It seems so quaint and so sweet over here. This is really great. Tell me about this area.
Such a great area. So this area is called the Walks.
Cool.
And the reason that it's called the Walks is literally you have to walk through to get to your houses.
Ah.
So none of the houses that are in here have driveways, which
Okay.
makes it a really cute and very tight-knit, quiet community.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. So now,
very cool.
is this more accessible to those 99% of people who we don't see on HGTV? Is this something that they have more access to, or is this really just a different option?
No, it's just a different option.
Okay.
So, the thing that you're really not seeing on HGTV is you're not seeing the preparation to get to that place to start putting in your offers, right?
That's right.
So that is really the main thing. Here, you can still get a house in the 4s all the way up to over $1 million.
Wow.
So it doesn't really matter. The price points remain the same.
I kind of like your point. I mean, the reality of the situation, because, being a banker and working with customers daily and for a long period of time to help them get qualified, the one thing that always prevails, regardless of the market that you're looking in, is really doing your homework first, getting your loan set up, your pre-approval, getting your money right and your credit right, and that is such a big part of having an enjoyable experience. So It's not the area.
That's exactly
it's
what it is.
Yeah.
Christian, you totally hit the nail on the head there. I certainly want the process to be so positive for all of my clients.
Yeah.
And the thing that I always make sure is that they know what they're able to afford before we start going out. Because the last thing that I want is somebody to go in, fall in love with something, and realize that they're going to have to sit home for the next 10 years eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and have absolutely no life. It's just not, it's not the way to go.
So, I like to say it, I kind of regurgitate this a lot, but I really do believe that luck favors the prepared.
Always.
If you're prepared and you have your finances together, the experience and the journey with you becomes a lot easier and a lot more fun.
100%.
So I'm sold, right? I saw Long Beach, I saw the main strip, I see the walks. I know there's some other really cool areas that we're gonna talk about.
Very cool areas.
But what about the lifestyle? Can you show me around and maybe we can experience a little bit of what Long Beach has to offer in the way of fun?
Of course, Christian.
All right,
Are you ready to go on the Pashmina ride?
I'm ready. I'm gonna brace for impact now.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Knock it off! I'm getting dizzy.
You like my magic Pashmina ride?
Yeah, it was nice.
Oh,
it was very fast.
Thank you. It was very fast.
I really enjoyed that.
You're so welcome.
And I love this spot. This is gorgeous. Absolutely. The walks was one thing and very romantic. This is a whole nother level. This is unbelievable.
This is what really brings everybody here.
It's the beach.
It's the beach. Look at all the surfers out today.
I know.
Awesome.
Well,
awesome.
Here we are. We're in, right? I'm sold. I'm in the neighborhood. And we spoke a lot about preparedness. So let's get into it, right? What makes someone prepared? When you talk about the banking and getting pre-approved and doing it in the right order,
yes,
it's really three major things: credit, affordability, and the amount of money you have. So really fast, let's talk about when someone wants to buy, getting ready early is vitally important because, and you have experienced this in the past, and I know we've talked in the past about credit worthiness. What happens when someone doesn't have the credit lined up, but they want to buy right now,
You can't do it. This is the thing that I say to every buyer that, comes to us. Have you been pre-approved? Do you actually know what you're comfortable spending monthly? Especially if you're looking at something in Nassau or Suffolk on the South Shore, if you're in a flood zone area, you have to talk about flood insurance. How much money is that going to add to what your taxes are as well, and what you're going to be able to afford for that mortgage? There are just so many factors that go into it, and if people do not plan or prepare, they're setting themselves up for not a successful purchase. And that's something that I just cannot have on my plate. I need people to know what they're going to be comfortable doing, and then I can go and find them exactly what's going to make them happy.
Yeah, and I think we're both after the same thing, right? We're both after very happy home buyers.
Always, right?
The happiest home buyers are those that have done all of the legwork. And so that when they're shopping with you and they're looking around, or with anybody really, they're shopping with this sort of confidence that I don't have to worry if I want to buy this home. Am I going to close? Am I going to get it? Is everything okay? When you work with true professionals that know what they're doing and properly set you up and get you in a position of power, and in a position to negotiate, the experience is so much easier and so much more enjoyable. And it does end up being like the HGTV experience because preparedness is really key. So
yeah, because nobody sees that part of it. It's not the glamorous part. You want people to really know what they're doing.
You mean spending a year fixing your credit isn't glamorous?
It's not. And some people are just really, they're nervous about it.
Yeah.
They're afraid to talk about it. They don't want anybody to know anything, and yet they know that they want to purchase something, which is so great. But if you do it the right way, you just end up in such a better place.
Right. So let's talk about that. So the right way. First things first is credit. That's one of the things that take the longest to repair.
Yeah.
If you have issues, addressing credit issues is super important very early on.
Yes.
Okay. Let's say you get to that point and you've done the right work and you've nurtured your credit and you've repaired your credit. Now we have to talk about an affordability factor.
Yes.
So I like to reverse engineer that number. Someone tells me, I want to live in Long Beach and I want a $3,000 mortgage payment. And I want to live in the walks. I'm going to know, okay, I have to account for $300 a month in flood insurance. I have to account for $1,000 a month in taxes. I have to account for, and the numbers of course vary and it depends on the home.
Yeah.
But I'm going to reverse engineer, and if you say you want a $3,000 mortgage payment, and that leaves $1,000 just to pay back the loan, that might not be enough to support the house you're looking for.
Exactly.
Right? Which
exactly.
then might mean we need to change our target, or change our means somehow, possibly co-signer.
And how about even maybe changing what the taxes are in that particular property? Maybe it's too high there, and then if there's flood insurance or something else that's going on, that you start like moving these around, and then you could even change the price points around. And that's what people don't understand. If you're looking at one thing with taxes of $10,000, and then you're looking at another house that maybe has taxes of $8,000, but the flood insurance is higher, it's basically equal, right?
Right.
So it's all of these things come into play.
Yeah, it's really important, I think, that we understand the price of a home, the taxes of a home, and the necessary insurances all play a major part in the payment.
Yep.
Right? So, and then lastly is the amount of money that you have saved for down payment purposes. Old school way of thinking tells you 20% down to buy a house. Very few people know that you could put 3% down to buy a home now. Very few people know you could put 3% down to buy a house and have money to renovate it, if that's the type of property you're looking for, right?
Or some people can get like gifted money. Some people don't even know about that. It's just, that's why every single buyer and their position is different from everyone else.
Incredibly unique, yeah.
So unique.
And I like to call it a loan fingerprint. No person has the same loan scenario. And when you talk to your friends and family about buying, it's a very exciting time, and they're going to have a lot of opinions, and those opinions are very valuable, right? You trust and you confide in those people. But when it comes to the purchase of something that is somewhere around $500,000, I mean, we're talking about the biggest purchase of your life, the most important purchase. Seek the consult of professionals, full-time real estate professionals.
It kills me every time you hear somebody saying like, oh, well, my cousin just got their license, or my friend just is doing this and they're doing it part-time, and I'm gonna, sell my $700,000 house with them, or go out. I just want to throw up.
It's not part-time work. It's just not part-time work,
People do more research and work buying TVs and bicycles than they do when they're looking for some of the biggest assets that they're ever going to purchase. And it's just something that makes me very nervous, because there's so many factors and so many trap doors. How about like oil tanks? I mean, we could talk about it for hours, and I know we don't have that much time, but there's just so much that goes on that you really have to know what's happening in an area, and every property
you
is
got to
different.
deal with people like yourself who have their finger on the pulse of the market. They know what the demands of the sellers are. They know what the demands of the area are, and you're specifically listening in, and you're keen to the needs of your buyer. So really, at the end of the day, we must make sure we're dealing with the professionals. We're going to reverse engineer the situation so that's a comfortable one, and that it's really, really fun, and it's not something that you have to worry about. And we want to make sure that you have the best experience possible. This is a giantly momentous occasion, and it's something that's very prideful, and it's something that you're going to work very hard to accomplish. So Leah and I would invite you to call us anytime.
Anytime.
We're here for you.
Not 1 a.m.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you need anybody, listen, and if you don't use us, by all means, just get the information that you need early. It's really important that you do your homework first, so that you have a much more comfortable experience. I do hope that you ring our phones. I do hope that you call my friend Leah. She's amazing. I hope that I can help you with your finance needs. We're here for you. We have the answers to your questions. We're the pros. So thank you for your hospitality.
Thank you, Christian.
Thanks for showing me around.
Thanks for coming on my special magic ride.
That was great. That was a lot of fun. Can't wait for the next time that we're together.
I know.
And I can't wait to the time when I get to see you guys. So shoot us a call, a text. Our contacts will be attached to the video here. And make sure you check out some of our other work. Thanks, guys. Thanks for your time.